everyone, welcome to Quilting Window. I'm Edyta Sitar from Laundry Basket Quilts, and I am so thankful you took the time and wanted to quilt with me. Today, I would love to show you how to make a snowflake block. You know, with this colder weather coming up, not long from now, we're gonna have a beautiful snowstorms, and I want to sprinkle some of the snowflakes on my table. Let's make a beautiful table runner. Look at those lovely blocks. They're made with 60-degree triangles. See, right here. Would you like to learn how to make them? Come right in. Let's see what's in our quilting basket. I have a pattern, and this pattern called Sleigh Bell Trio. We have made from this pattern our beautiful pinehurst trees, our pines, and in the same pattern I have a table runner with 3 snowflakes. Or if you would like to make a quilt, we have a quilt called Stardust. In this pattern, you have a beautiful quilt, 71 by 80 inches, and that one has a lot of lovely snowflakes on it. In the pattern, you will find paper templates, but today in the class, I'm going to use acrylic templates. Those are available on our website. Oh, they are just amazing. There are 3 shapes in those acrylic templates. You're going to need a background fabric, and I recommend 1 yard of any of your favorite fabric from our signature style. You cannot go wrong. Those are stunning. They have just that right amount of light with a little cream into it. And I'm going to be using a jelly roll from our Perfect Union, but you can grab any scraps in blue. We're gonna need 2.5-inch strips and 1.5-inch strip. So please grab those and let's start it right there. I also have a thread. In the thread, I have the lighter one, the 2312 from Aurifil. I have my hand pressing tool. I'm gonna put it right next to me. And I think it's very important for this project. Spray your fabrics, starch them, spray it with best press, starch them nice. You want a little bit stiffness to it. We have a fun angles that we're gonna be cutting. So those things needs to be next to us. All right, let's put those to the side for now and let's focus on one snowflake at a time. We are going to start by cutting our fabrics, and we're going to cut a blue strip right here. This is 2.5, and a light strip 1 inch. So 2.5 and 1 inch. And like I said, from the jelly rolls, those are 2.5, so you can just pull those right out, and you can take some of the strips and cut them down to 1 inch. So grab those and put them right next to you. We're gonna be using them for our beautiful block. To cut those, I'm using just Creative Grids ruler, 4.5 by 12.5, really nice, quick to cut it. From our light fabric, we're gonna cut this 1.5-inch strip. Then we're gonna cut a second strip, and this one is 2 3/4, and all the measurements are in your pattern. So we're gonna cut this. From this strip, we're gonna take our template, place it right over just like this, and we're gonna cut small 60-degree triangle. Oh, I love those turning boards. This is so nice because it's easy to work with it to cut it. So look how quickly I got 60-degree triangle cut. Isn't it beautiful? So we're gonna need some of those. Then from our another strip, just like this, we're gonna be cutting this shape B. And again, I'm gonna show you how to cut one of them. Cut, let's turn it, and right here, nice gentle cut and cut. Yes, look at this, everything beautifully cut, and we have this fun shape B. All right, and we can keep cutting like that. I noticed something, that if you would like to, you can place the template back down. Look at it. Oh, actually, I'm so sorry. Let's place it this way. Okay, notice it. And right here, you could reuse some of the leftovers because this template fit on it. So you could always reuse those leftovers if you would like to. So that is something to remember. If you don't have a lot of fabric, use every bit of it, every bit of it. So as soon as you finish, we have this shape cut, and our last shape to cut, it's gonna be large 60-degree triangle. Basically, you place your ruler, you cut it, and you quickly have this beautiful triangle. And I'm gonna put that one right here on the top next to me. We're gonna use it in the end of the assembly as we're gonna try to assemble our beautiful table runner. I'm gonna keep this triangle next to me. I'm gonna use this triangle template not only for cutting, but this time we're gonna use our triangle templates also for trimming. So let's start. The first step, we're going to take our large blue and small light, and we're gonna sew those two together. I already prepared a set for you. We have a set that it's offset to the right and a set that it's offset to the left. Now with our template, like I said, we're gonna do some cutting. We're gonna place our template right over and we're gonna make a first cut. As soon as we finish that, this gives us that 60-degree right here. We're gonna turn this around. We're gonna grab our beautiful ruler. I have it right here, and we need to cut 1-inch section. Yes, you can also follow 60-degree line. Look, it's right here, 60-degree line that it's on your ruler. So right there, you're gonna be able to follow that 60-degree line and make a cut. And one and another one, and this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna make a little strips like this, preparing for one of our next steps. Now remember, I offset it to the left and offset it to the right. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side and cut those as well. I already have prepared some for you, so that way you have a strip set that it's, oh, that's the same one. Let me grab the opposite. Notice one is offset to the left and one is offset to the right. So those are the first strip units that you need. Now we're gonna take one of our 60-degree triangles. We're gonna place our strip set right next to it. We're gonna place them right sides together just like this. And this is very important that you right here mark it and look at it where it's a 1/4 inch. Notice that little bunny ear sticking out right here, so offset it so it's a 1/4 inch, and we're gonna stitch right down. As soon as I finish stitching, I'm going to push this open, and right here it's gonna fight you just a little bit, but I want to push my seam allowance towards the dark fabric, so the seam allowance is hiding back there. As soon as I do this, I'm gonna grab my little tool. Oh, let's press it. And remember, I promise you that you're not only going to use your templates to cut your background, but also to trim it. Look, I'm gonna place my template right over just like this, and I'm going to trim it. Perfect. Oh wow, this is beautiful. So I prepare unit A. Now let's do the same thing on the other side. So I have a triangle right here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add my little strip right to it, and I place it right there just like this. Sew it with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. As soon as I finish sewing, look at this, I open it up, and again remember offset it right here, shift it gently down so you have a nice 1/4 inch right there, and open it up. Use your little tool. Perfect. Oh, this is wonderful. And I'm finger pressing because I don't want to stretch this beautiful bias right here. My straight grain is positioned in the bottom of my unit on both of my triangles, bottom of the unit right there. And right here you have a low bias, so you don't want to stretch it. You don't want that iron to pull it on it and stretch it, because you want this to be as beautiful as possible. But do not fear, don't stress about it, because in the end we're not locking or matching any seams, so it's not gonna really impact that much. But if I can do something nice, I try to do it and keep it nice and straight. Now we just need this wonderful little unit like this. Oh, this looks amazing. Let me grab the pattern, make sure that everything is lined up. And I'm glad I checked the pattern, because guess what? I have this on backwards. Oh, oopsie. Look, it's so important that you not only follow this video, but also get the pattern, follow the step by step, because sometimes I have tough time with putting things together. I'm just human. So right there, now everything is lining up just like my pattern. I double checked it. I'm now gonna place this right sides together right here, and notice it overlaps, and it overlaps, the points overlap. Sew it with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, flip it open, do the same thing on this side, sew it, flip it open, and we are gonna create this most wonderful unit just like this. Isn't that amazing? As soon as you finish this unit, again, take that cute little tool, press it really hard. You want all the seam allowance going back here, and you're gonna say, why are you pushing this way? Because one, I do not want any of the blue to peek from behind, and number two, I'm already planning that I'm gonna stitch in a ditch all the way around and have my snowflake pop right up. So as soon as I finish 6 of those, we need 6 for one block, I am ready for next step. And the next step is take one of my blue 1-inch strips, place it right sides together, just like this. Make sure you have room here and here, overlap quite a bit. The measurements in the pattern gives you the exact length of the strip. Now I'm gonna pin it, and I'm gonna sew it all the way straight down. Oh, you know the magic of our videos. I have one already prepared for you. Look, I sewed it beautifully. Now I'm gonna flip it open, push it gently, press it, and guess what? Our triangle come handy again. I'm gonna place it right over, match it up with all my edges, and now I'm gonna trim it, so any of the extra threads or anything that has been on the outside of the triangle gets to be trimmed. Oh, this is gonna look great. Look at this. I just finished one of those units. We're going to need a total of 6 of them, and let's start lining our snowflake. I'm gonna move those pieces out of the way. We're gonna need a beautiful room to line up our snowflake, and I have started right there. I'm gonna place one, then I'm gonna place another one, and I'm rotating them. It's gonna take few seconds for you to get the idea how to do it, and of course make sure you follow the pattern, rotate the pieces. Look what it's happening. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, I absolutely love this. Look at this. This is gonna be one beautiful snowflake, and it's so nice because this one will not melt away in your hands. So right there we have 6 of our triangle units, and we have trimmed every one of them, and now we're gonna sew them to 2 rows. Look at row number 1 and row number 2. How do I do this? Just place right sides together, sew it, flip it open, push the seam allowance towards the blue, add this one to this unit, place it right sides together, sew it, flip it open, push your seam allowance towards the blue. Do the same thing on this side. Once you have them sewn together, now you're gonna go ahead, match the center, put a pin, sew from a center out, and we have our first snowflake beautifully put together. Look at this. Now in the center, you're gonna open up that center, you're gonna open this up because you want to push your seam allowances towards the blue. The center is gonna spin really nice, and we have our first snowflake. As soon as you finish it, you're going to then grab your triangle, large triangles, and you're gonna sew it on the left and a right. And I just want to point it to you. Notice in those large triangle, you have a straight grain, bias, and a bias. Make sure that bias edges go towards the snowflake, bias edges towards the snowflake, because you want a straight grain right here, so nothing stretch, your table runner look beautiful. Once you sew those together, now the next step would be making another snowflake and another one. And look at this is first one, second one, third one. You're gonna add a triangle here, trim them off, set it with a little border on each side, top, bottom, and a binding, and you have a beautiful project to play with it. I hope you enjoy a little sprinkle of snow in your sewing room and learn a new technique as setting little 60-degree triangle snowflakes. And I hope you not only gonna make those three are great for trying the technique, see how you like, but as soon as you finish, you're gonna want to make the whole quilt. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you please can, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and please visit our website at laundrybasketquilts.com. We appreciate so much. Happy quilting and stay nice and warm.